you're doing okay out there. Who's ready for some live girl chat? You ready for live girl chat?
Oh, gosh.
Well, make sure to head over to The Real's Instagram page. Use the hashtag GirlChatLive to join in on the conversation. We really want you to do that, so make sure you do it. Now, before we start, Jeannie, we just want to congratulate you because you did something very big last night. We're very proud of you. Your documentary, Stopping Traffic, premiered last night. You guys, Jeannie is one of the executive producers of the film, and it's intended to help educate and unite people together to put an end to human trafficking.
Wow, amazing.
You know, it's a huge accomplishment to do something like this. It finally premiered. It's something that you've been working so hard at, and we are just so proud of you. We all came to the red carpet.
I can't believe it. I think that was the part that got me most emotional, you guys, is that we all stood together for freedom.
Yes.
You know, that was the thing I saw when I laid my head in bed. At this moment, there are 46 million people engaged in some type of form of modern slavery. So this film covered stories from male and female survivors and a confessional from a former trafficker.
I know.
So it's a hard story to tell.
That was really moving.
Right? And I can't believe it was my first time actually working, you guys. I collaborated with monks from the Sediathan Turf and Retreat. Obviously, I've never been there. But like monks to be able to put this story together.
They're amazing people. Just being able to have a conversation with them, you would never think, like, I love the fact that when you introduced me, you were like, no, you don't understand. She's mad cool. You could talk about it. And so not judgmental. They're just like unconditional love walking around. It's
and you had other support there, too.
Yes. Well, that's what I learned, too, is that you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help, because I get anxiety, but you should believe that people want to be a part of a greater change.
For sure.
So shout out to, like, Laverne Cox, who showed up, Kelly Osbourne, Russell Simmons, man. I mean, Paris Hilton even called me up personally and, like, gave me the sweetest message. Shay Mitchell, you've been in this fight with me for the longest time, but the best part is knowing we had to wake up at 4 a.m., my family, these ladies here at The Real came and supported me, the producers.
I don't think you understand how proud we are of you. We're so proud to have you, that you're a part of this show. We're proud to call you a friend. You are a world changer.
Yes.
And I hope that you recognize that what you've done with this film is going to change the world. So thank you.
Change lives.
Thank you. It was so educational. I learned so much.
I just want to highlight something that was so amazing about your film. I think a lot of the times we focus on our own lives, our own little bubble. Yes, we have our own stresses, our problems, our issues. But that film was a wake-up call for me to remind myself and others that there are some crazy things happening underneath your eyes, right in front of you. And I wanted to tell you personally, you have a gift of empathy that is so beautiful. I am so proud that you have acknowledged that gift to help the world. You keep on shining bright. You keep on doing it. You're beautiful for others.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Thank you so much. So you guys can also take part of supporting this film. It's available on Friday in select cities for 1 week. Tomorrow, check out stoppingtrafficfilm.com for theater locations. Obviously, you have to pre-order the film now on iTunes. Go to the Instagram page at the Jeannie Mai. I'm going to post facts and images, and the #1 way you can help, of course, is to repost our images. We're going to post them out there. Every soul counts is the hashtag. Thank you for letting me talk about this, America.
Of course. You're awesome.
We are live, so today is Wednesday, so the movie would be out Friday.
Yes, well, that's right. You said tomorrow.
Yes.
That's a crazy thing. If you haven't slept, we're all a little delirious.
We are, so you never know what you're going to get.
Ronnie told me to do jumping jacks out here to wake myself up, and then she didn't do them. She's like, we're going to do jumping jacks to wake me up. I'm not getting done by myself.
Once the music started, I was gone. You know, I mean, it just
You
wakes
saw
me
I
up.
did the jumping
So we're going to be a little off today because we lost a lot of sleep, and I thank you guys
it's so
for it.
But it was worth
Great
it.
cause.
It was
It was.
Great cause.
Like we said before, we are so proud of you, Jeannie. Okay, so up next, it turns out that the Kardashians are one fertile family, y'all.
Oh, my God.
It was already a
I
big family.
swear to God.
Bigger.
Just 5 days after TMZ broke the news that Kylie Jenner is pregnant with boyfriend Travis Scott's baby girl, they are now also reporting that her half-sister Khloe is now pregnant too. Sources claim the Kardashian is expecting her first child with boyfriend of a year and NBA star Tristan Thompson, and that the couple is thrilled. If true, this makes Khloe the third member of the family expecting at the same time.
Damn.
Kim and Kanye reportedly are expecting their third baby by surrogate as well. So they just keep going and going and going.
You get a baby and 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 you.
So, ladies, do you think that this is some type of Kardashian pregnancy pact, or is it just naturally happening?
Well, you know, there actually was, we talked about it before when it happened. I think this was like a year or two ago, where the girls in high school did a pregnancy pact. If you don't know what a pregnancy pact is, it's when a group of friends get together, in this case sisters, and say, we promise we're all gonna get pregnant at the same time so that we can have our babies at the same time. Yes,
that's
those
crazy.
Girls in high school did it. That was even crazier. But this is sisters. I would totally do this.
Oh, you would?
You would?
Yes, I'm trying to convince all you guys to have babies.
You sure did. I'm not doing that.
I'm literally trying to convince Tam. I'm like, come on, Tam.
No.
We could get pregnant together, because no, I'm not pregnant. But if we're planning, like, I'm like, oh my God, that'd be so awesome. We could all have babies
No, that's
together.
something you handle on your own,
And
baby
then our
love.
babies can play together. You can set a play date.
No.
You know what Adrian's plot is? No, Adrian's plot is, the reason why she would want to do that is because she would lose a drinking partner. Think about it, if you get pregnant. So she wants to loop that drinking partner into the 9 months of sobriety.
Because
with
then
her.
everybody's going to be drinking and you're not, and that's not fun.
Well,
Like, if I'm going to suffer, let's all suffer together.
No, this is the thing. The reality is having a baby is not an accessory, and it's not something to do just for fun.
Exactly.
Or
Of course.
just for like
Obviously.
a trend. No, but I'm saying, I just want to get that narrative out there.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Having a baby is a huge responsibility, and I think sometimes when you're young, I know for me, I did it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, having a baby would just be so, I mean, they're so cute. It'll be so much fun until you have that baby. It is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's a huge responsibility, and you are a mother forever.
Yeah.
And you
In
can't
this
forget
case,
that.
I think Khloe has been, it's been shown on their show
Absolutely.
that she's
She
been
wants a
wanting
baby.
a baby for a very long time. She's grown. She obviously has an established life, an established career. You know, she's been in this relationship for over a year now.
my eggs are
I'm happy
scrambled,
for her.
so y'all ain't
Yes.
got to worry about me. I ain't having no
I'm happy
babies.
for Khloe.
You know. What we talking about? The Kardashians? They are just growing. We ain't going to never get rid of them.
Oh my gosh.
The babies
Technically, these
coming.
babies won't be Kardashians.
You
They'll
have to
be
admit.
One
Scott
is
and Travis Scott, so that'll be Scott.
But they're gonna hashtag it. They're gonna hyphenate
It'll be a part of the
It'll be
Kardashian
Kardashian
clan.
North is
Scott.
in Kardashian. North is Northwest.
But they're still part of their family.
They're
So
part of
that's the whole point.
they're part of the family.
We're not gonna get rid of them.
I do hate the fact that everybody was saying that, like, Kris Jenner orchestrated this. Like, what do you think she is? Like a magician? Like, yeah, she's out there giving fertility pills? Like, what do you think?
I mean, it was gonna happen. It was bound to happen.
Yes,
I mean, because
but-
they're all around the same age,
Yeah.
so it was bound. I think Kylie, to me, she's a little young to be, because 20 is young to have a baby, but
I think she's 20?
yeah.
She's 20.
I didn't think she was 19. In my mind, she'll forever be a little girl, okay? Because
Yeah, she's 20
known
years
her,
old.
but
She's very
Yeah.
sweet, too.
very, very
I forget you know them, so that's why you.
That's why I think it's crazy. I get it. Kris
Jenner.
Jenner's an incredible manager, an incredible businesswoman. But you guys, she can't get people pregnant. Like, what do you think she's doing? Like, I just
But
think,
they could have planned it. They could have been
yes,
planned.
they could have planned it. She can't get her kids pregnant without their consent.
Well, what did the people have to say about
Well,
it? I
here's
thought-
what some of you had to say. Just BEC says, I hope it's true. This family better not be using pregnancy as a publicity stunt to get people to watch their next season. I don't think that's true.
But it's going to make people watch. I tell you that.
Yes, it does.
If
Okay,
all
and
three of them pregnant, well, you know, Kim and her surrogate. That, you know,
The surrogate is pregnant.
Is she going to be on TV, the surrogate?
That's actually a great question.
Of course. I'm sure
Do you
she
think?
signed so many contracts to stay
Can you
on
imagine?
the low. Are you kidding
No,
me?
she's asking, will she be a part of the show? Will she be on TV?
Right.
The fact
don't
that we
think-
haven't
Can
seen
you
her by
imagine
now.
Kanye probably going to the surrogate and bothering the surrogate?
I would
and
love
stuff?
to know what
You
would
know,
the price
I would
of
watch
that
that.
surrogate. Like, how much does a surrogate get paid today to do something like that on
I
average?
don't know. I heard it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like six figures,
If
I
it's,
think.
if it's Kim and Kanye, I'd be charging a lot. If I was the
Shoot.
surrogate, I was like,
Hell yes.
you can come up with some money.
Lonnie, would you ever actually be a surrogate
I
for
need a
somebody?
new house. I need a car. I would carry that. Now, look, My eggs are scrambled, but I can still carry a baby.
Tam,
okay?
why don't you carry Tam's baby? You want Tam to have a baby so badly.
Tam, I
Tam
love
doesn't
you,
want to
and I
carry
love
it.
Adam. I'm not carrying y'all baby. Y'all would not pay me enough money. Okay?
They have some big babies, too.
No, I need a house. I need a car. I need financial compensation
Ew, you're a
for
surrogate
like
diva.
18 years because I'm giving
For
you a
18
gift.
years?
For 18
Are
years.
you
Yes.
pimping your uterus right now?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will pimp my uterus out. Cause
Oh my gosh.
We'll continue to cover this story as it unfolds. But speaking of covers, Sports Illustrated unveiled the cover of their latest issue titled A Nation Divided, Sports United. Take a look. You see that right there? Notice anything wrong with it? No? Some of you say yes. For an issue focusing on the protests going on in the sports world, it's kind of strange that Colin Kaepernick is nowhere to be found on the cover.
Oof.
People blasted the magazine online yesterday, including cover star Steph Curry, critiquing them for featuring figures like NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, but not Colin. So Twitter user @Nick_Pants even tweeted out his version of what the cover should be with the caption, "Fixed it."
yeah.
Actually, no, you got to be honest. When you look at that, it looks
way
more
better.
correct.
Yes. Now, when asked about the controversy, Sports Illustrated executive editor Stephen Canella said, quote, Colin Kaepernick is on that cover. I'm going to say that again. He says, Colin Kaepernick is on that cover, even if his face and name aren't. We all know who stands behind this movement.
Wow.
You know what? That's
The
like
shade?
You ever argue with a guy and you like maybe you get into a relationship and you like saying something about love. Well, you know I love you. I ain't got to tell you. You know by the way that's how I feel that his explanation was about this.
Or like when you get left off of an invitation and you're like, did you forget to invite me? Like, you were there in spirit. Like, what? Wasn't?
Like, that's ridiculous. I think that this is I actually think this is terrible. I think even the fact that no one is kneeling on the cover is shady in itself.
Oh, yeah.
So you're having the conversation, but somehow everyone's standing, and actually I think there was one person kneeling, but you can't see them kneeling. He's in the second row to the right, all the way to the right.
And that's Photoshop.
That's the MLB player.
That's actually Photoshop because Steph and LeBron and Roger, they never linked arms together.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they're also missing women. There's only one woman on there, Candace Parker. And so the whole, I just think that.
Do you think there's shade?
Yes.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's so shady.
No, what I mean is, do you think they purposely
100%.
Yeah,
The guy
I
can't
think
get
so
picked
as
up by
well.
an NFL team. They're not going to put him on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
He can't get a job or get on the cover.
Exactly.
Of
It's
the
so whack.
magazine
He's been
now.
blacklisted.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So, but then the question is then what does the magazine cover mean then if he's not on it?
Well,
what is
they
their
were
message?
trying to say is that sports is going to unite the country. And it's
Okay.
just like, right now, it's all about timing. This is just bad timing to put this type of cover out. It would be nice if they would give and really acknowledge Colin. I mean, because the point is we're still losing the fact of the matter of why he was making the protest, which is because of police brutality.
Yes, and social.
And I still say NFL, they're just protesting because they got upset at what President Trump said.
And that's what my thing is. I want to make sure that people understand why they're protesting in the first place.
Yes.
You don't want to just do it because it's becoming a trend.
Yeah.
It's becoming cool to do it. You don't want to just do it to say, I don't like Trump. Really know why you're protesting.
Yes.
Well,
For
like
racial,
I
social
said, it's two
injustice.
different things. I think the
Police
Colin issue
brutality.
is more important than what that is actually representing, which is just, they're upset at Trump, and so now they're going to protest because they have a right to protest.
As a non-sports
That's not
fan,
right.
I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of sports. But the reason why it does affect me to not see Colin's face on there is because his face and his actions alone taught me one message, which is go against the grain.
Yes.
Take the road less traveled.
Yes.
And that should be a message that any kid who looks at that, you're not looking at his stats, you're not looking at what team he plays. You're like, that was a brother who wasn't afraid to speak up, even if it's the non-favorite opinion.
Right.
So I miss him on there.
Yeah. I think he absolutely should be
They
there.
should have put him on there.